Good to get a win at home. Felt like the last couple of days since we've been back from Central Michigan, we really focused in on our defense. We held them to 40% from the field for the game, which is the first time that we've done that in several games. Obviously in the first half, I thought we defended at a really high level. In the second half, we were up and down with it a little bit, but we improved a great deal over the last 3 days defensively, and I'm most pleased with that.
Evo, talk about the effort. 31 points, career high. Just talk about how you're feeling out there.
It felt good being out there. Felt like a lot of shots were just going in for me, but I guess it's time to move on now and just get prepared for Toledo.
Were you extra motivated for not being in the starting lineup today?
No, I was just trying to be aggressive from the start. I felt like I let the team down the last couple of games, not being as sharp offensively, and I just felt the obligation to help my team out.
Was there a shot that went in early that let you know that this was going to be your kind of day?
Yeah, I mean, it just felt good, like I said. I can't really explain it.
And then early, Nate Rucker went out with the back injury. It looked like that's one of their better post defenders. How much did that help you and DeVaughn, down low, able to create your guys on shots?
Well, our game plan from the start was to get the ball inside. So obviously, I hope he feels better and all, but I think we executed pretty well.
And it seemed like, when the ball was in your hands, you had the confidence to make your own shots and stuff like that. Is it just confidence? What would you say is the biggest growth with you? Would you say?
Yeah, just from the start, it's definitely confidence. Just taking shot after shot, I felt like it was just going in. So confidence, yeah.
Coach, can you touch on Evo's confidence now that's kind of had to develop over time?
Well, I've been very pleased with him for a long time, not just today, because he had 31 on the offensive end. I think sometimes I joke with him and say, I think I've got more confidence in you than you do sometimes, and he's finally started to, I told him, I said, you may be the only guy I've ever begged to shoot that won't shoot 15, 17-foot jump shots. He's finally gotten to where he can do that. I got a lot of confidence in the fact that he can make those if they're open. And today he did a great job of taking advantage of what they gave him. I knew going into the game, and we knew as a team that they were going to play, or we felt like they were based on film, the post single coverage with no trap and no dig. And DeVaughn has been shooting over 60-some% in league play through 8 games, and Evo's in the mid-50s, and Reggie's over 50 in league play, and they've really started to finish better, coming around a long ways from where we were with the non-conference finishing. So I got a lot of confidence in those guys that they play them down there single coverage. I think one of the things, and these guys are smart enough to know this, each game's different. One of the reasons they have so much room down there is because teams fear Kellogg, they fear Freeman from 3, they game plan and scheme against Cooper, and then it's one-on-one down there, and these guys take advantage of it. And the great thing is now that they do that, now the opponent has to respect that, so now they come and dig down on them or scheme against them, and then that maybe opens some things for some other guys. But today, honestly, was not about offense for us. We've got talented players. We've got 5, 6, maybe even 7 guys that on any given night can hit you for double figures, depending on how the defense plays us. We've needed to answer the bell defensively for a long time, and today we made progress in that area. Without having to watch the film, I felt like it was the most locked in defensively that we had been in some time.
DeVaughn, after seeing what Evo did in the first half, and unfortunately you had to sit with the 2 fouls, were you kind of licking your chops a little bit? You had 16 and 6 in the second 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was ready to just get back in. I didn't want to play like 3 minutes or so in the first half, so I was just ready to just get back in no matter who it was.
But seeing the way they were playing, you had to feel good that if you could stay on the floor.
Yeah, I guess so. Evo does a good job of just finishing as a whole and just making tough buckets too also. But I think I was just ready to just go.
You practice against Evo all the time. Did you think he was capable of putting up 31?
Yeah, Evo was pretty capable of he can put up 31 really any time. It's just depends if those shots are falling. He does a real good job finishing. Probably, I think, the best out of all the bigs we have. And I think he's real good at making tough shots also.
Coach, obviously Xavier Silas is one of the better scorers, if not the best, in the MAC. Took him a while to get going. It seemed like I don't think he took a shot real early. What was your strategy early with him, and how
It was a
effective
total
did you see
team
your
effort. Our guys were very aware of the fact that he's a prolific scorer, and I thought they really did a good job of helping one another and gapping him, and we trapped him some. But I would be probably remiss if I didn't single out the effort that Nick Kellogg, had on him. I know Nick's probably exhausted right now. He denied him and did a really good job, I thought, of competing against him. He got a lot of those points late in the game, a significant amount of them. And, he's a great offensive player. He's a great offensive player. But I thought we at least made him earn them. And I thought our team did a good job of being aware of where he was and who he was and when he had the ball. DeVaughn had him a couple times on some switches and different things. Rick had him some. I thought we made him earn it. And that's all you can ask. But I thought Kellogg's effort on him was outstanding.
Can you talk a little bit about the three-point shooting? You guys only attempted 8 and made 1.
Yeah. Well, it could be completely different in another game.
Mm-hmm.
I've always, like I said earlier, we've got some guys who are pretty talented offensively, and the best teams take advantage of what's there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the next game they'll double these guys. And maybe they'll dig or come down or really try to take the ball out of the low post some, and then maybe we'll shoot more threes then with Nick and Tommy and DJ and TJ, and it just goes from game to game. The big thing is we want to get quality shots every possession. I'm not so caught up in this guy shot this much this night or that much another night, and then the next night he doesn't shoot. I'm more, did we get a good shot? Whether it's DeVaughn or Evo or DJ or Tommy or Nick or whoever we got out there, did we get a good shot? One that they can make. And I thought tonight, for the most part, we took pretty good shots. We took ones that our guys are capable of making. But we've been pretty efficient on offense for some time. So again, I'm going to come back to what I said originally. It really, for us, unfortunately in this world we live in, everybody wants to know about shooting and assist, and you watch Sports Center, you don't see very many great stops defensively. You see dunks and three-pointers and, all that stuff. And unfortunately, the defensive end maybe doesn't get as much of the attention as it should. But we know, and I showed them this week some statistics of the last 26 years of Ohio teams defensively and where we're at right now. And our guys are smart enough to know that if you don't defend and rebound, offense might be sexy, but you got to defend and rebound if you want to play consistent basketball and give yourself a chance to win games.
After a game in which you allowed 91 points to Central Michigan, what did you guys emphasize to get better on defense during practice? You guys only allowed Northern to shoot 39.7% on the day, which is a big upgrade over what you guys have been doing lately.
Well, we didn't change a whole lot. I know it's probably not what you want to hear. We just got to do what we do better, and I know that we're capable. Last year, the team shot 41.8% against us, courtesy of Drew, who did all the research for me. That was the second best field goal percentage defense in the last 26 years at Ohio University since the indoctrination of the three-point line, which has changed the game. Our three-point field goal percentage D was 31 point something, which was #1 in the last 26 years. So I know it works. We've got to execute it better. We got all the little things that most people wouldn't realize that go into defense. We have a system of play. Our guys, and I'm not going to get into it now because we want to kind of keep that in-house, but we have a system of play, and there's certain things that are cardinal sins in our defense. And tonight, other than paying special attention to Silas, we really kind of just trying to do what we do better, if that makes sense. And that's really what we worked on the last couple of days.
We're going to stop it here because Coach Patton's outside.